Right, this is our 200th take, and this is the right one to use, Gemma. So when I play it, I know it will be the right one.
Is this on, Gemma? Is this on? Are we on?
Yes.
Hello, welcome to the Big Scuba Show.
So here we are, once again.
Is this on? Are we on? Are we recording?
We are.
Welcome back. Yes, everybody. Welcome back to the Big Scuba Podcast. My name is Ian. I'm talking to you in the lovely world of Bungay. And with me is my lovely co-host,
Gemma from Pakefield on the east coast of the UK.
Yes, we are back. So thank you for downloading this episode. And if you are with us for the first time, we want to say a big thank you to you as well. And I'll tell you why, because today, well, a couple of days ago, actually, we have hit 30,000 downloads. And I want to say a big, big thank you. So thank you and well done. Thanks for tuning in to the Big Scuba Podcast. And this is our YouTube channel. Before we go any further with this video, please do remember to subscribe so you can keep up to date with what's going on and when we're bringing out new videos, whether it's audiobooks or whatever we're up to, diving, snorkeling or on the bikes.
Yeah, so big thank you to all our listeners and downloaders.
Yes, and must take ages for our listener to download 30,000 downloads.
Busy, busy.
And let alone get around about 70 countries as well.
No, I know. Yeah.
Even during lockdown. So yeah, but it's all seriousness. Wow, it just blows my mind to think that, you know, we've been downloaded so many times, and we couldn't do that without our great listeners and guests who have helped make this all happen, really, and make it all possible.
Yeah, we're nearly a year old. The 16th of February, we have our anniversary.
I know, which is brilliant. So yeah, it is brilliant. And if you are listening to us for the first time, you know, go back, look at our previous stuff. There's a whole years yes, that's the word I was looking for, of stuff what's out there. So go on there and download and have a listen. We've got guests going back to Royal Navy divers, NASA, authors, underwater photographers, just people who want to dive, you know, people who just love diving. We talk to everybody who've got a story to tell about scuba diving.
Yeah, in just the way they're connected to the watery world.
Yeah, and we try and mix it up, you know, because diving comes in all forms, and it could be free divers, scuba divers, commercial divers, you name it. All forms, and we try and mix it up a little bit and make it interesting. So yeah, hopefully that works. But yeah, thank you very much, and bottom of my heart is thank you. Coming up on the Big Scuba Podcast, this episode we have another great guest.
We do, yes. Her name is Julianne Ziefle. Yeah,
and we'll come to Julianne very shortly. We've got messages on the back phone. We've got a little bit of chat about what we've been up to this week since we last met, and also you found a bomb, Gem.
I did, a mortar bomb.
Yeah, so you've been on the beach and doing some beach art, and you found a bomb. We'll come to that in a minute, and also a little shout out to our friends as well over at Ghost Fishing UK, which will come to that. So on the top of the podcast, I just want to get out that we are in the lockdown, and we are keeping fit and keeping positive and moving on. But want to say just our thoughts are with Sir Captain Tom Moore and his family. So I just want to say, you know, our thoughts are with his family, and stand easy and rest in peace.
Yeah, he's a bit of a sad loss.
Yeah, I think so. I think he got everybody to in that. It's amazing how one person can get the whole country united and doing great things. So yeah, sad loss. And yeah, okay. And now's a good time. Should we go into our messages?
Yes, yeah, let's see who's called the Big Scuba bat phone.
Yes. Howdy, folks. Listen to your episode with the backpack divers on the way here. This is beautiful Lake Denton, world famous Florida diving lake, 30 feet deep, about 60 degrees Fahrenheit in the winter, and $5, $15 to enter. So did some confined water training here. We can do some open water training here too. Having a good time. Going to start the hour-and-a-half drive home. Wanted to thank you all for putting on a good podcast, giving me something good to listen to, and keep doing what you're doing. Talk soon.
If you want to feature on the Big Scuba podcast, please tell us about what you are doing under the water or on the water. Send us a quick voice recording via WhatsApp. The number is +44 7810 005924. Thank you.
Okay, welcome back, and thank you for the message, and it's always really good, and please do send more of your messages in, and we will play them on the next episode.
Yeah, it's always great to hear from everybody, so please just send us a voice message on WhatsApp.
Yeah, somebody actually asked on Twitter today, Jem, about how, is the bat phone, is it open every day or certain hours? And I want to say that bat phone, you can send your WhatsApp anytime. It's open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
It is, yes, yep. So use it.
It will. It's fine. It's there. It's ready. And it glows red. It really does.
And also, if anybody out there has got any questions for either of us, just ask on the bat phone, and then we'll play it and answer it on the next episode.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I like that. We can do that. Yes, we're not diving in the UK, but there are other parts of the world that are diving. So let us know. Give us a shout out to your buddy, and we'll play that on the show.
Yeah, just remember to say who you are and where you are.
Yes, definitely say who you are. So that would be good. Okay. So, Jem, what have you been up to since we last met?
We both have been keeping our fitness up. We've been doing a daily WOD with Great Yarmouth CrossFit on Zoom. Yeah. And then been walking on the beach every day. So that's been quite exciting.
Yes. And God, the fitness. WODs today, 3 WODs today. And then outside I've been practicing my deadlifts. So I've been doing 100k deadlifts, 5 sets of 5s. And God, my word. I'm feeling a bit today, Jem.
Well, you've been worked hard today.
Certainly have, yeah. That's good. And I hope you're all keeping fit and doing what you can to, keep the dive fitness going during the lockdown. Which would be really good.
And again, send us some messages or send us some pictures on the WhatsApp Scuba phone. And
that'd be good. Yeah. Send pictures in. We can include that on social media. Yeah.
Any suggestions what you're doing, and we can share the fitness routine with everybody else.
Yeah, that'd be good. Actually, I did a bit of litter picking yesterday, and the amount of stuff I picked up, maybe I'll do a post of showing the amount of stuff I picked up. I was out for about an hour, and God, I even found one of these babies, like a game that you play, like a big plastic thing.
Gloves, masks.
Yeah, usual array of gloves and masks, and then just general litter, rubbish and things like that, bottles, beer cans, those sorts of things. You think, well, how could you just chuck these things out?
People need educating.
I know, they certainly do. So, that's a good way of exercising as well. Take a bag out and do some litter picking as you walk.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that was all good. So, Jem, now you went on the beach and you've been making some really great artistic pictures, and I've had a go. Me and Honey's been having a go. We've made some bits and pieces out of the plastic that we found.
Yeah.
But you this week went that little bit extra. So what did you find on the beach?
I found a World War II bit of a mortar bomb. Yeah. So
I believe the tail end.
it was tail end. It was a fin. Yes. Fortunately, it wasn't live. It didn't have the cap on, but yeah, it was just on the shoreline, and I picked it up. And then obviously the local Coast Guard and the mine clearance divers down south in the southern group helped identify what it was.
Yeah, I believe it's if anyone want to look it up, and we will add some pictures of what you found, but basically it's a mortar bomb that's made by a company called Knock, and it's called like a small to medium mortar bomb that was used in, I think, somewhere between from the First World War onwards, and particularly on World War II, and yeah, that was used for testing, and how it ended up in the sea, Lord knows.
Well, we've had a lot of cliff falls because of the weather, the high tides and all the rain. But yeah, if you see anything metal on a beach, don't touch it, don't pick it up. If you have any suspicion, call the police, or if it's above the high tide line, or call the Coast Guards. So Lowestoft Coast Guards, where I live, have been quite busy just recently with various ordnance that people have found on the beach. So yeah, don't touch it, call the authorities and let them know.
Who done the song Don't Touch It?
Don't touch it.
No. MC Hammer.
That's it. Yeah, he had funny trousers on, didn't he?
He certainly did. And also talking about bomb disposal, let's just mention as well that we are going to be bringing out a YouTube video with our good friends, the Royal Navy mine clearance divers, Southern Diving Group. Now, we spoke to them a little while ago. The podcast is all out there. That's out for you to download if you haven't done so already. It's a really good chat. And for one thing and another, we are now about to bring the YouTube out of that conversation. And that involves a special pair of pants.
Well, they're budgie smugglers, I think.
They are, yeah. I wasn't expecting that from the guys on the Royal Navy mine clearance.
Mike and Al were very entertaining. So yeah, there'll be a short video out of our conversation with them.
Yes, and their pants, which is quite fun. So look out for that coming out on the Big Scuba YouTube. Before we get to our guest, just got one last thing we want to mention is I want to say a big thank you to Christine and the team over at Ghost Fishing UK.
Yeah.
Now, we've entered a competition that they were running a few weeks ago, and I believe you come third in your...
I came third, yes, with my beach, one of the fishtails in blue.
Yeah, that was really good. And Scuba Honey, she came first in her age group with her creation as well.
Yeah.
So that was absolutely brilliant and a total surprise. And this week we got, I think there's two parts to her prize: a T-shirt, I believe, and also Honey received this. I think you'd call it a marine skate. Yeah, model, and it's been handmade and a lot of work gone into it. You can see, called Red Moon by Moon Crafts, and we'll be putting that up. But I want to say a big thank you to Christine Gossart and her team, Ghost Fishing UK, to making that possible. So thank you very much. Okay, so I think we've covered everybody and what we've been up to.
I think so.
So we sit back and talk to Julianne.
Yes, yeah. So Julianne Ziefle. So she's obviously based in America, and she is another member of the Women's Diver Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And she again is mixed in amazing circles of divers, well-known people, even like James Cameron, filmmaker as well.
Yeah. And her husband is the boss of Dan.
He is, yeah. So, and I'm sure we'll be chatting to him at a later date.
Yeah. I think we've got that in the pipeline. And also, she's a good friend with our previous guest, Dida.
Yeah. Bergette Dida Wilms, yeah.
Yeah, so, right, okay. Well, with no further ado, let's have that conversation.
Yeah, right. So this is episode 60 with Julianne Ziefle.
Right, so Julianne Ziefle, welcome to the Big Scuba podcast.
Thank you very much.
Ian
Happy to be
and
here.
Gemma. No, it's really nice of you to join us. So would you like to tell us a bit about yourself and
Well, which part? Like starting in '85 when I got certified to dive? Well, I'll tell you just a little bit before that. I was in the law working as a legal secretary, a legal assistant. And I just was between jobs. And my husband came home with this Tag Heuer in his pocket. I never even seen a Tag Heuer watch, so I didn't know what it really meant to get this new watch. Yeah, because at Christmas he'd given me a very, very nice, expensive watch. And I said, well, what is that for? And he says, well, you're going to learn how to scuba dive.
Oh.
And I said, really? And he said, yeah, you know, you remember I got certified in 1971, so I'm going to take the course with you again. And let's see if we can get another 2 people to join us. We get the price down, and it would be private instructions at our home because we had a 10-foot pool. So we had these friends come over. They didn't know each other, but it was a man and a woman friend. And we did our course there in the swimming pool in Dallas. And we did our checkout dive in Lake Travis. And then we went directly to, the Bahamas, Chub Key, Bahamas. And there we met Stephen Frink.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can imagine, I did some modeling for the rest of the trip for him.
Yeah.
And I think Neil Watson saw us and thought, I'll call Stephen and get Stephen out there. This is the backstory I've kind of heard, to do a story and, you know, ask them to participate. And of course we did. And it was like maybe 2 months later, an article with us in it about Chub Key, Bahamas, or Chub Cay, Bahamas. And it was quite fun.
What's this about Cessna? About him coming down on a Cessna?
Yes, he came in on a Cessna. I think like a 152.
Right, all right, okay.
Yeah, very small plane.
Photos, you know, on the Cessna.
Oh, I should have photos of him on the Cessna.
No, but I thought he was actually using the Cessna.
You have seen it, that photograph.
I haven't, no, but I thought he was actually taking photos while he was on the flying.
Oh, sorry, he landed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to do a shark dive one day.
Oh.
And we both, my husband and I, said, no way, we want to be with sharks. Now that's all we want to be with.
So what kind of level have you reached in your diving? Or
I'm a master scuba diver.
yeah.
In fact, that is signed by Jean-Michel Cousteau.
Wow.
And I got also that year, I had gotten the naturalist certification because I went with his scientific team out and about and studied with them for 2 weeks. And at the same time, I was also taking Scott Fryer's. Do you remember Scott Fryer? He was a photographer for the Calypso, the photographer.
Okay, so we're just going to take a very short break from us talking to Julianne and just give you a little shout out to our lovely friends over at fourthelement.com. They are a producer of some really great products, and today we're going to give a little shout out, a little mention to the poncho, the Storm Poncho that they make. Now they come in 2 colors, either burgundy or black. It's an all-weather poncho. It's warm, fast drying, and packs down small, enabling you to take it anywhere. Throw it on to get changed into your wetsuit at the beach or on the boat. Use it to warm up after a session in the water or to cover up between dives. The waterproof fleece-lined fabric is lightweight, cozy, manufactured using environmentally friendly, fluorine-free waterproofing treatment. With side vents secured by poppers, getting changed is simple, with generous hand warmer pockets adding to the comfort factor when warming up. The adjustable hood features a peak, providing excellent protection even in the worst of weather. making this a piece of gear you'll never want to be without. Okay, this does come under the Ocean Positive scheme of things, so look that up on their website for what that means, but basically it means from, you know, totally all recycled products. If you are looking to buy this product, look on the show notes and follow the link, and that will take you to the Fourth Element website where you can buy the product. And at the moment, these are ranging about for £140 thereabouts. So that is the Fourth Element Storm Poncho. Okay, so now back to Julianne Ziefle.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it is, and you've mixed. When we read your bio, it's quite astounding that you've been in that position where you've actually mixed with and hung out with scuba diving royalty.
Yes, I mean, you'd say it like that, and I'm like, wow, wow. Yeah, because I'm friends with Jim Cameron, and I was an agent for Hans Haas.
Yeah.
And of course, all the people that want to be surrounded by them. Those people are just remarkable. The entire fellowship of the Nogis, those are amazing men and women now. More women.
Aren't you not? You must take do you take pride, and I suppose, do you sit back and look at the how women divers are progressing a lot more? We spoke to Jill Highness, Christine, on a regular basis.
Great people
involved with our podcast quite a bit. And it's brilliant that we can see, and you must see a lot more, how women divers are getting, I suppose,
inspired,
getting inspired by people like yourself, Dr. Sylvia L. How
she was on our Dan board, and so I got to go diving with her, and do have some pictures of her underwater, because she takes on every dive in her life. I think she does this. We were diving in Curacao, and she would find these fishing lines. She'd start picking them up, and when she came up, and before she came up, I took a picture of her. She had this gigantic roll of fishing line and hooks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just went rogue on you.
But I say that's one of the things when we spoke to Christina quite early on, didn't we, in the podcast? And one of the things that really inspired me with what Christina said is that she went to the Bahamas, and set up with nothing, and set up shop, and she said, right, I'm going to spend my life getting to know the reef sharks, and spent all that time getting to know them. And she corrected me, didn't she, when I said, are you a shark whisperer? And she said, no, I'm a shark listener.
Whoa, yeah, I actually haven't heard that. So that is exactly what she is. She's a listener, even in terms of just talking to her person to person. Yeah, you can tell she's a very active listener.
Yeah. So when you've mixed with some of these great names of the scuba diving, how does that, when you go for just a pleasure dive, does that help you enjoy the diving? Do you think, wow, is there anything you take from that when you go for a dive?
Well, when I'm diving without a camera, I see so many photographic opportunities. So that kind of bums me out a little bit. But really, one day I can remember specifically, we were with the board that dives for Dan, and we were in this really good current. It was just right. You could just really maintain steadiness and all these fish coming by. And I just put my hands out because I had nothing to carry me back, and enjoyed this feeling of being in liquid space.
Yeah.
And truly that is what it is. Liquid
That's a really good description. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that was episode 60 with Julianne Ziefle.
Yes, and I want to say thank you very much to Julianne for giving us her time, and it was really good.
Yes, yeah, we had we obviously had quite a long conversation with her, but yeah, they were the kind of highlights of our conversation. And yeah, there's lots more that we'll get her back and have another chat, I'm sure.
Yeah. So thank you very much for that, and we hope you enjoyed that. Okay, so coming up on episode 61 next week, Jem, we have Mr. Gary Dallas.
We do, yeah. That was
Certainly do.
It's fun conversation and a fun guy.
Yeah, and great guy, and we had a great time talking to Gary. And actually, we've been wanting to talk to Gary for a while, and then we managed to get our dates together, and I was like, yes, brilliant. So Gary Dallas, let me just tell you a little bit. Gary Dallas, you might know him as Side Mount Bob because of his hair. He's guy's got long hair, and he is Simply Side Mount and Simply Tech. He's got his own website, and he's also a raid instructor and trainer, cave, trimix, recreational diving for Raid UK.
Yeah, so, and he just loves diving. It's just amazing.
Yeah, and that comes across very evidently. And he's got the passion and he's the fire, and he just loves getting it. I think at one stage I actually asked him if he's actually got gills, because
he's got a lovely calmness about him that is just kind of makes you feel like I can do that.
Yeah, and that's how an instructor should be. Gives you that boost in confidence. To think, yes, it's great, let's do it. And it was lovely spending that time with Gary, and hopefully some stage we'll get diving with a bit of luck.
Yeah, it'd be lovely to dive with Gary.
So that'd be good. So look out for that on the next episode. And also, should we just mention it has got a bit of a Fourth Element theme to it?
It has. Gary Dallas is one of the Fourth Element team divers, but to see what the theme was, you'll have to wait for the YouTube video to come out and watch it. Yeah,
certainly will. Okay, so that's that. Little quick reminder of the back phone number is +44 7810 00
5924.
If you've got questions, you can use that. You can send a message at any time. It's fine. It's open all the time, 24/7. Okay, and we'll get back to you and put that on the show.
Yeah. Messages, questions, comments, anything.
Yeah. Also, we always, we've been going a year, and it's great that we've now had 30,000 downloads. Yeah, great. However, we can't stop there. We've got to keep building. This is what we're about. So we need iTunes reviews. It helps our ratings. It helps us get found. So do leave us a review on iTunes. And YouTube subscribers. Again, we need more people to subscribe to our YouTube. We're bringing videos out all the time. And also, whenever you can on social media, and when you listen to the podcast, do remember, comment, like, and share. Tell your friends all about us, because that's a free way of supporting the podcast.
Yep, definitely.
And that does help us grow and get bigger and carry on. It's good to know from our listener what they like, what they don't like, what we've got, any ideas. Is always good. It helps us give you what you want. What we're about. So anyway, that's it from me. I think we covered everything.
Yeah, I think we have. That's been a good little episode.
Certainly is. And again, thank you very much for downloading this episode and for listening to us once more.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We will speak to you next week.
Yeah, episode 61 with Mr. Gary Dallas.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone, and thank you for listening.